prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
She single-handedly managed to describe a plot that absolutely nobody in their right mind was asking for when they thought about Snow White.
It's just take your tax write-off, just cancel it. Take your tax write-off and go back to the drawing board.
Rachel Zegler's performance as Snow White has already been heavily criticized by the masses, as lots of fans feel like she is doing a horrible job while promoting the movie. Fans are now calling for Rachel to be recast, and lots of people feel like Lucy Hale might actually be absolutely perfect for the role. Fans believe Lucy Hale could replace Rachel Zegler in Disney's Snow White because of her very accurate appearance. And even her personality seems to be fitting for the role, as Rachel Zegler has been doing a terrible job in her interviews. Seeing as Disney has already made tons of changes to the movie, and even decided to delay it by another year, fans believe it could be possible to recast Rachel and get Lucy to play the Snow White that everyone deserves. The backlash started back when Rachel was cast, as many people felt that having a Latina actress portray the iconic Snow White was wrong. Not only is she lacking pale skin and jet black hair, but she's also twisting the princess into something she originally wasn't. However, the controversy didn't stop there, since Disney got a lot of backlash for the way they've been showcasing the iconic dwarf characters in the movie. Initially, it seems like Disney was fully planning on casting the 7 dwarfs as they are. However, things were changed, and they instead decided to portray the dwarfs as magical creatures. This turned into a huge debate, as many people felt it was extremely disrespectful of Disney to do so. The initial backlash started when Peter Dinklage spoke up about the casting of dwarfs as a bad stereotype.
I was a little taken back by the they were very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White.
Yeah.
But you're still telling the story of Snow White,
yeah.
7 dwarfs.
Sure.
Look, take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me.
Well, so what,
you're progressive in one way, but you're still making that fucking backward story of 7 dwarves living in a cave. What the f are you doing, man?
However, when Disney changed the movie to appeal to Peter's wishes, many other people felt like the roles could have gone to actors who actually live with dwarfism. It was heavily criticized, especially when pictures from the set began being spread around. The pictures showed the magical creatures as being of all shapes and sizes, and none of them seemed to fit the original roles of the dwarfs, which many fans believed to be the wrong move. This, alongside the casting of Rachel, led to a lot of talk about boycotting the movie, since fans felt unsatisfied by the direction Disney was taking. As more and more interviews from Rachel began appearing online, it became more obvious that she was entirely wrong for the role. Her statement saying, "It's not 1937 anymore," in regards to the way Snow White and the prince were portrayed, got a lot of criticism, since lots of fans believed she was trashing the original values of the movie. Fans weren't happy with the way she was portraying true love and the quest for friendship as a bad thing, and it painted Rachel in a very negative light. This, alongside Disney's decision to change the look of the dwarfs and the main themes of the movie, led to the movie being labeled as woke, since it seemed to cater to only a certain demographic of fans. All the backlash created by the studio's decisions ended in Disney having to postpone the movie in order to make some necessary changes. The date moved from 2024 to 2025 in hopes of changing things for the better in order to appeal to a wider audience. However, even with the promise to better things, Rachel Zegler wasn't making anything easier for the studio, as she continued to trash the values of the original movie, even going as far as admitting to only having seen the movie once. Not only that, she even admitted to being scared of it as a child, which many people took as her being unfit to play the role that many other actresses could only dream of.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again.
When a new photo from the movie emerged, it became clear that Disney really was making changes. However, it also became clear that they might be making the wrong changes. It turns out that with the delay, Disney decided to change the Seven Dwarfs yet again. However, this time, no actual actors were hired to play the roles. In the shared photo, the dwarfs looked to be portrayed with full CGI. The photo showed Rachel sitting in a chair surrounded by the uncanny-looking dwarfs, who all had Martin Kleba's face, put on CGI bodies. This decision was met with even more backlash, perhaps more than before, since Disney was clearly focusing on the wrong things. And instead of making any great changes, they instead made something bad even worse. Not only had Disney not given the roles to actors with actual dwarfism, but they also made them look worse than ever before. This raised a lot of concern about the authenticity of the movie, since it was made very clear from the start that they were striving for as much representation as possible. In fact, fans went as far as demanding for the movie to be canceled since their wishes had not been heard. Many people felt that if the movie was to be delayed to 2025, it would give the studio plenty of time to recast Rachel and right the wrongs it had made in order to still appeal to the original fans of the movie. However, it started to look like Disney might end up losing even more money by its strange decisions. It was especially Rachel's casting that began raising even more alarms, since many people felt like recasting her would be the only way to save the movie from failing, and that making the move might actually be the smartest thing for Disney to do. It's even been reported that Rachel has been removed from another movie production because of her controversies, since she was initially supposed to be a part of Paddington 3. It was revealed by the Hollywood Handle on Twitter that the movie would continue filming without Rachel, but no actual reason was given. This made many fans speculate, since it was looking more and more like she had gotten herself in trouble with the studio. Some people speculated that the actors' strike might have had something to do with it. However, other actors on the project who were also a part of the strike were still kept on the project, meaning it couldn't have been that. This is why many people believe that Rachel could easily be replaced in Snow White as well, especially since the project has been delayed for a whole other year. Many people have already started to speculate who could possibly replace Rachel in the role, and a huge contestant has actually been Lucy Hale, who basically looks identical to Disney's original portrayal of Snow White. Not only has Lucy been a celebrated actress for years, but it also seems like she herself would love to play the role, as she has embraced the Snow White look in the past. Many people would be more than happy to see her jump into the role, not only to fulfill everyone's dreams for how Snow White is supposed to look, but also to bring some honor to the role. The way Rachel has been acting regarding the role has left fans with such a bad taste in their mouth that any improvement would be more than welcome. With a whole extra year added to production, this could certainly be possible, especially since it doesn't look like Lucy Hale has any other project on her roster. And with Rachel's role in the new Hunger Games movie, it wouldn't hurt her to lose out on this one role that doesn't even seem to be something she really wants to play. Hopefully, someone like Lucy would be able to give fans what they really want to hear, since things can only go up from where they are right now. Fans are also hoping that the delay could cause Disney to change some of the key elements from the movie, such as the prince's role in the story and the dwarf's actual appearance. With the way things are looking, there's very little to be excited about, and the more people complain, the more of a chance there is for Disney to actually make some significant changes that could end up saving the movie. It would take more than just changing the dwarfs to save the fan base, and to get older fans to tune into the movie, since the movie is such a childhood staple for many people. Do you guys believe Lucy Hale would make a better Snow White? Let me know down below, and don't forget to check out this other video.